Okay, thank you. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the wonderful world of culinária vitalizante educativa. That in English means cuisine vitalizing and educative one. I'm Paula Perdiga. I'm from Portugal. I live in Torres Vedras, near Lisbon, and I'm macrobiotic for 33 years. I see, but I know that from many of you, I'm a child. You have much more experiences than me. But I think everybody has his own experience, and it's very important to share. That's what I'm doing here. So, in 40 minutes, I'm going to try to do a special dessert with rice and a milk rice. So it's a creamy, how did you call it? Jean, that it was sweet creamy. I forgot the name.
Or we said it was nectar of the gods.
Nectar, yes, nectar, cream, and milk rice. It's very simple to do. It's with soaked rice, and with that, the two recipes, we can do a lot of things. So it's very interesting. And we are going to do also watermelon jam. So, to start, I'm going to the other camera. Mariana, vamos para a câmara do Luís, faz favor. Já está? Não? Já está na câmara do Luís? Yeah? Okay. Sorry, we have to adapt. I try to have a lot of technologies, and sometimes it doesn't work. So, I have to start. I have the rice here. I'll show you the rice. Okay. And I'm going to put in the blender. If you have any doubts, please tell me. Because maybe you don't understand something I can say, okay? Vocabulary, maybe sometimes I don't use the right technical vocabulary. So please tell me if you don't understand something. Okay. So I'm going to beat the rice, and at the same time, I have hot water in here. Okay, it's boiled water in here. You're going to understand. So.
There's a question if your rice is soaked. Did you soak the rice?
Yes, that is a good question. The rice was soaked minimum 12 hours. But on the fridge, it can stay until 3 days. Okay, but minimum 12 hours in water. And some people, they change the water that was soaked, others don't. So it's up to you to decide. Okay? Louis, cut my sound, please. I'm going to make noise. Ah, yes, okay. Sorry, I'm going to make a little bit noise. So I beat the rice here, but I'm going to show you something different that you can use. Luis, please, here. You can use this traditional mole. Okay, if you want to exercise, you put the rice in here. Okay, you move, and the cream comes down. Can you see it well? Okay, it's different. It's very good to get strength, okay, for your health. But sometimes we don't have time enough for that, especially when we have only 40 minutes to do a nice workshop, a nice challenge. Thank you, Gina. So, I'm going to clean the cover. Depois eu vou-te pedir para uma vasadinha. Okay. I have already my water boiling. I put the fire down. And now, Mariana, aqui no fogão, se faz favor. Consegues, Mariana, pôr no fogão? Okay, thank you, Mariana. And slowly, I'll put the salt. Okay. And slowly. Why do I want the water first? Because it's quickly. It's quicker because as you know, when we put flour, because this is like a flour, when you put flour, you have to mix until it boils. So if you put already the water already hot, it's easier. Okay, here it doesn't make too much difference because it's not a big quantity. But if you want to make more quantity, it makes the difference. And this cream is very good for breakfast. With this cream, you can make a dessert. That's what we are going to do. But you can also make a soup. You just have to put more water. Okay. It's very simple to do, and it's very good. So, now, I'm going to put the diffuser plate. Okay, everybody knows it. But first I'm going to show you something. I'm going to put the fire down, but in the special minimum. Because when we have the fire, if we turn on left, we put on minimum. But I'm going to turn on right. And it's like I'm going to close it, the fire, but I don't close it. So I get a minimum than the other. You understand what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So I remember you that we have to mix until it gets boiled. Oops, sorry. The other one. It's hot. And the diffuser plate, as you know, it's very important, especially with creams. And it's important to have a good pan for not to burn. Okay. So I'll let this here for 40 minutes, but like that. I don't close it completely because it can throw away. Okay? Just like that. And now we are going to prepare the milk. But I don't have the water. Okay. Now I'm going to do the milk. I'm sorry. I'm going to be like a little monkey jumping from a recipe to another. Okay? To do the milk, it's very similar. Mariana, vem aqui para a frente, se faz favor, aqui para a câmera do Luís. So, the milk is the same. Mariana, por favor, põe as receitas no chat. Mariana is going to put the recipes in written on the chat. But then I'll send to
Perfect.
and she can send you by email, okay? So we have here 80 grams of rice and some water, okay? So it's the same process, minimum 12 hours soaking. And then I'm going to shake here in the machine. Okay. So. But for you to make the consistency of a milk, you don't have just white water, you know what I mean? Because milk has grass. So we need a little bit of grass. And for that, I'm going to put a little bit of almonds. But you can change, you can put coconut, you can put peanut, olive oil, sesame oil, whatever you need. Okay? And I'll put some salt, just a little bit. This salt is to get the milk sweet. Like this, I don't need to put sweet on this milk. I just put that. But you can put other flavors, vanilla, whatever you need. I have all the tips written on the recipe. Okay? I love to give tips. So, sorry, I'm going to make a little bit noise again. And you can also do on the old mulling, okay? So I clean the machine and I'm going to shake again. A bit again, a little bit more. On the recipe, I explain also how you can do the rice milk in this machine. This is a Thermomix. Many people have it, especially in Portugal. So it's written there, in case you want. Mariana, vamos para o fogão, se faz favor. So I have the water here. Let's do a little bit. Okay. Okay. You see the water? I have already the salt and the almond. So I'll do the same as I did. Okay. I mix. I put just a little more water to clean the machine. Okay, I put a little bit more water to clean the machine. novamente agora nisso, se faz favor, e a tampa também. E traz para aqui. Okay, so I have to mix until it boils. Any doubts? Our cream is here. The milk is a little bit browny because of the almond, okay? If you change the grass, the kind of grass, it will get another problem. My son loves when I do with coconut, dried coconut. And he becomes very wild with coconut. And then it will cook for 40, 50 minutes. The more time it stays cooking, it becomes more digestive. That's what says Bernadette Kikuchi. Bernadette Kikuchi is a great cooking teacher. She lives in Brazil. Her husband died recently, Tommy Kikuchi, and she has a very special way of cooking that I appreciate very much. Okay. So I'm going to keep the fire very slowly, okay? Like the same, like I'm closing the fire, but I don't close. Maybe you stay like that here. Okay. So now let's go a little bit here. Now my cream that I start here has already 40 minutes in here. I have to advance something, okay? And now I'm going to make coconut milk. I like to make my own coconut milk with dried coconut. Okay. I'm sorry, today the cooking class, I use a lot of blender, but it's not always, okay? It's just today, I swear it. But sometimes we need these things. And I showed you that you can use the molding if you don't want to use electric things, okay? You can adapt to your needs. So, Mariana, vamos aqui para a câmara do Luís, se faz favor. Já está? Ainda não, Mariana, a câmara do Luís, estás a conseguir? Okay. So, I have here dried coconut, as everybody knows it, and it's a very simple way for you to make coconut milk. And it's less expensive, and you know what you're doing. But because I bought this is an organic one, so I do my own milk. I know what I'm eating, okay? It's very important. So, and I soaked, today it's a blender and soaked day, sorry. I soaked the coconut for some minutes with warm water. And I'm going to shake it here. Preciso I'm going to make a little bit noise, sorry. Okay.
Can you please speak a little bit about the use of coconut in a four-season climate?
I don't understand.
Well, I'm wondering if you use coconut freely. In Portugal, the weather gets cold in the winter.
Okay. So, coconut is tropical, that's true. Okay. So I use only sometimes. Okay. This is summer, so we can use a little bit of coconut. And it's not healthy, but it's very common in Portugal to use dried coconut. Okay. And on the dessert, on this dessert, special on this dessert, coconut is going to give you a very nice flavor. And this is an my teacher created this, adapting to the tradition. Sorry, here. Sorry. I thought I was on the So, coconut we use in parties, not always. Okay. This is a traditional Brazilian dessert. Okay, it's tropical, but you have the rice, so it balances a little bit. But you can change. You can do almond milk, for instance. But coconut gives a very special taste. And what I learned is we should balance things. Okay, this is not very healthy, but I can use sometimes. And it's very good for people. We know what things are best for us, but sometimes we want to eat things that are not so good. So if we prepare these things at home with criterion, maybe you don't go to eat out so many times. Okay, there are strategies. Each one has to choose what is best. So I'm going to strain here. Vamos aqui para o fogão, Mariana, se faz favor. Sorry, sometimes I mix cameras. Onde é que está aqui o fogão?
Palucha, eu tenho que estar à procura das câmaras, por isso é que demora mais tempo. Vamos ver, está bem?
Okay. It's too many people and she has problems finding the camera.
Está?
Tá. Thank you. Bom, so, but your question is very important, Gina. Thank you.
There's another conversation going on also, Palucha, about making quick food, quick, healthy, macrobiotic food, and other foods that take more time in the kitchen. So how do you balance that?
Okay. My cooking is slow. Okay. Normally I take too much time cooking. I spend all my morning cooking, but my lunch it's my dinner. Okay. And sometimes I do some plates for more than 2 meals. Okay. For rice, for instance. Sometimes I do rice for 2 days or 3 days. For me, it's very important to cook slowly. Of course, there are plates that we can do quickly, and sometimes we really need it. But for me, it's very important to do slowly. I used to say that my cooking, it's a mindfulness cooking. Okay. Okay, I know that people work, but if you organize well your life, you can do it. And you're going to understand that you get more with that. You get more energy, you get more quality of life if you do a nice cooking. Not worried. I think the main thing is not to be worried if it takes too much time. Of course, we have to organize our life and we have to organize our time. Okay. But it's very important when you are in the kitchen, you are in the kitchen, mindfulness. Okay, and there are plates that take more time, others less, but it's a question of organizing and choosing what is best for us. It's okay, the answer like that?
Yes, it's a very interesting topic.
Thank you. So, I'm going to show you an exercise. So I'm gonna, just to finish here, it's going to boil here 30 minutes more. Okay. Mariana, mostra-me aqui a câmera do Luís, faz favor. Ah, o Luís lava nisto. Ah, está, Mariana, obrigada. Wait, you see? I forgot the cover. It's for you to understand what's happening. Okay, it's better to put like that. Okay. Aqui. Não, Mariana, volta para o Luís, volta. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can do exercise at the same time you're cooking. So I'm going to mix my cream, okay, but I'm going to shake my body, okay, because we are very hard here, okay, tight, so you can shake your body. As we know, exercise is very important. It helps us to do a good digestion. So you can shake your body while you're working. You bend your knees, okay, like that. Okay, let's go. Cooking can be very fun too. My cooking classes are fun. Fun is important in life. Okay, so I'll let it cook more. Thank you, Louis. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I have two assistants, as you noticed. I have Mariana that is online in her house near Lisbon, and I have my son Louis. Thank you. So, I'm going to do the final shaping, sorry. Watermelon. To do the watermelon jam, we have to peel the watermelon, take out the seeds as much as we can, okay? And then we blend them. Here, it's, as you noticed, to blend it, the best way is to do many times little parts, okay? So, it depends the quantity of jam you want to do. I have the jam already in the fire, but to show you how I do it, I do first just a little ball like that, and then I do a second, a third, a fourth, as much as I want. And I'm going to blend it very quickly. Okay. Este aqui. Thank you, Lois. I'll do it. So. Like that, you have watermelon juice. But you shouldn't drink the watermelon juice like that. You should strain. Okay, watermelon is fruit. It's the same story. Okay, it's up to you to decide if you need the watermelon juice or not. Okay, so the tip is, like that, you have a watermelon juice. If you cook it and you let it, the sugar to concentrate, you can do a jam without sugar. Okay, you have the sugar of a fruit, but you don't have any more sugar. And in summer, it's good watermelon. You have to pay attention on your condition, if you need or if you can eat watermelon. Okay, so like that, I have watermelon juice. I put that on the pan, and I let it in the fire, and it's going to evaporate and concentrate the sugar. Okay, and in the end, we go here. Mariana, vamos aqui para o fogão, se faz favor. Sorry, I have to adapt some things here. Just a second. So I have already here the watermelon. You see how much it evaporates? It was here. Okay, I'll show you. How can I show you better? It was up here and now it's in there. And the best way, you take a little spoon and you try, and then you feel if it is enough sweet or if you want more sweet. Okay. Sorry, just a second. So now I'll use some arrowroot. I'll show you. I'll show you here. I'll dissolve some arrowroot. You can dissolve in the juice if the juice is cold, but if the juice is hot, this technique you can adapt to other fruit. Okay, with melon, for instance. You see, it's cooking.
Do you prefer to use arrowroot rather than kuzu?
Okay. It depends. Kuzu is very expensive. So I use kuzu for a treatment when I'm sick. Normally I use arrowroot. Okay, because kuzu is very expensive. But thanks for the question. So people who feel that kuzu is better, you can use kuzu. Okay, thank you. Normally, I like to do kuzu for me in the morning with umeboshi vinegar or with some umeboshi, not for a dessert. But it's up to each other to decide. So, the arrowroot, the same with the kuzu, it's going to shine, the cream, and it's going to be more concentrated, more creamy. It's up to you to decide the quantity of arrowroot or kuzu you want to put, the creamy you would like. Okay. So, what time is it? Wow, time flies. Okay. So, it's almost done. Is everything okay? You have any doubts? So where is the camera? Here. So I have here milk rice with coconut. Okay. I'll show you how it goes. Like that. So let me see the camera. Sorry. Okay. You see? Mariana, passa aqui para a câmera do Luís, acho que é mais fácil. Okay. Sorry. So, you have my milk rice with coconut. Okay, here. And I'll show you the other rice, the other milk rice. You can see, this is the almond milk rice. Okay. You see the difference? I'll show you again. Lois, take your milk rice and I have mine. Ching.
L'chaim. Oh, I tasted that. That was delicious.
Oh,
It's good, Lois?
yes, thank you.
So, now we have the jam ready.
Very lovely.
Do you like it, Lois?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. We have the jam. Can you see it well? Okay. So the jam, you put just a little bit. Okay. And then you put the cream. If you want, you can put many layers, you know, one layer of jam, another of cream, another of jam, as you wish. Okay. Pega umas folhinhas do outro, né? Okay. Then you let it get cold, and you put on the fridge. And the milk, as you could understand, you can drink the milk hot or cold. Not too cold.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. So I can put a little bit more of jam. Ah, it's more beautiful now. Because the jam is still concentrating, you know, it needs a little more time to get cold. Okay. Okay. So, any doubts?
If anybody has questions, you could unmute yourself to ask, or you could write it in the chat. Meanwhile, lots of thumbs up.
Yes, I want to ask a question.
Yes, please.
When you started the whole thing, you soaked the rice, yes?
Yes.
And when you blended it with the same water that you soaked it?
Yes, I did the same because Bernadette Kikuchi doesn't pay attention to that. Each one has his own criterion. But I told people, if you feel that it's not correct, you change the water.
Ah, okay.
Okay? More questions?
Yeah, gracias.
We have a question, what options can we use besides coconut?
Okay, besides coconut, you can do almonds, you know, also nuts. You just have to try. But you use the same style. You don't need to buy almonds milk. It's crazy, okay? Sorry to say, it's just to spend money. You do the same thing. You soak the almond in warm water, and you just shake it. You have a milk. As you know, it's fashions. They take care of us, and now it's very fashionable to have to drink almonds milk, for instance. For me, it's very strong. It's too much grass. But if you do a rice milk with almonds, it makes a difference. You are drinking rice, okay, and you have a taste and a little bit the grass of the almond. So in this dessert, you can do the same. You can replace with almonds, with hazelnuts, maybe with sesame seeds. You are giving me a challenge because normally I do with coconut. I never questioned that, but it's interesting. I'm going to try also, and then I can put on the group. I can put my experience, and please try different ways and tell me. We learn.
Paula?
Yes.
Paula, please. How do you make hazelnut? You take the hazelnut raw, and what quantities do you use, please?
The quantity is more or less 80 grams.
80 grams, how much water? How much water?
To make the milk.
Yes.
Okay. If you want to make the milk, you can use, for instance, let me see, for 600 milliliters of water, you can use 80 grams of hazelnuts. And it's better if the hazelnut was already roasted.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I think when I do milk with roasted almonds and hazelnut, the taste is better. But you try the different place.
That is very little water.
Sorry?
Okay, so if it is roasted hazelnut, it's we don't soak them.
I don't know. Good question. You can soak them a little bit. When I do with hazelnuts, I don't. With almonds, I don't soak. But you can soak them. You can try. You
Mhm.
try and you tell me. Okay? So
Yeah, okay.
we have here, it's pretty like that. Okay. And we have the milk. Wow, it's hot. Let's do like this. Mariana, can you take a picture, please? Mariana, can I have fotografia? Okay, any more questions? It's okay. My time is finishing, Gina.
Can you please hold those again? And I also would like to take a picture here.
With pleasure, darling.
And hold on, and I'll just organize my,
Okay, like
just a moment. Making a picture. Oh, up, don't move. Just a moment. If you can move that
Yeah.
way. Yeah, a little more, a little more, a little more. Hold on. Oh, it's getting better, better, better. Hold on, because I'm limited here. Just a moment. Oh, better, better. Just. Okay, we're gonna do like this. And got it. Thank you. I would wonder if you could send recipes to me. Send them by email.
I'll
Good.
do. Mariana put on the chat, I think. She could do it, I'm not sure. But
Sim, já está, Palucha, já o coloquei lá.
Mariana, vamos aqui para o computador, vê lá se consegues encontrar a minha cama do computador para eu terminar. Mariana is looking for a camera on the computer for me to finish in watching for you. Watching you. I'm not watching you, just
Right. So you, Palucha, you have my email. Send the recipes to me. And anybody listening, if you are not receiving my emails, please send me a private message with your email address, and I'll make sure that you are on the mailing list so you'll receive the recipes, okay?
Okay, let's finish here. I can watch you.
And do you eat these things hot or cold?
Sorry?
Do you eat these hot or cold?
These desserts, good question, thank you. This dessert goes to the fridge and needs 12 hours on the fridge to concentrate.
Okay.
And if you put in little things, you can do like a pudding. Okay, you put in little boxes and then you can turn over and you have a little pudding. It's very interesting.
And another question was, your kitchen is beautiful.
Thank you.
What else? How long does your milk last?
I don't understand how long.
Yeah, and before it goes sour, is the milk good for 2-3 days?
I think 5 days. If you have a good fridge and if it's closed, especially in glass, in glass recipes, so it takes a long time. It's very nice. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed.
Very much.
On my recipes, in the end, you have my contacts. Please follow my page on Facebook, my site. I have a YouTube channel. So I'm on Instagram. I'm everywhere because on these times we need to be everywhere. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, just please send me.
Obrigado.
Obrigada.
Obrigado.
Pleasure.
So I would like to tell everybody that in 10 minutes we'll be joined by Denny Waxman, and he's a wonderful speaker, so I hope you'll stay around. We've got a few minutes if you like to stretch, eat, do other things, or if there are more questions. And thank you so much, Palucha. It's really been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. A vitalizing hug, as I used to say.
Big hug.